Yo, it's your boy, it's the MFG here, as you can see. MFG, you dig? But y'all may have seen that I went to work for this dope American manufacturing company in Albion, Michigan called Caster Concepts. And my mind was completely blown away. I went there thinking that I'm gonna learn, about materials and processes and things that make this company great. Maybe like some proprietary like urethane or something. I don't know, but definitely wasn't expecting what I saw when I walked in the door. When I walked in the door, I pretty much saw the case study for why American manufacturing ain't going nowhere and why we're going to be great in the future and we're going to continue to rise up. And it's the people. This company empowers people like none I've ever seen before. And they're doing pretty much all of the things that I preach. When you guys see me on the road, when you see me doing company audits, when you see me doing keynotes, most of the time, the things that I'm teaching, the things that I'm giving, the wisdom that I'm imparting on you all, it all works, right? But seeing it all collectively in one place is beautiful. And it was just a reaffirmation of when you invest into people, when you have open communication, when you invest into technology, this skills gap is not a thing. This thing does not exist for real. And retention also isn't as much of a problem. People feel like they are in a company where they belong. They feel like they're valued, they matter, and more importantly, they take integrity over the work that they do, and they're honored to do the work that they do. And it makes better quality parts, and that's what American manufacturing has always been about. So this company, Caster Concepts, they know how to get back to that. So they dropped the video of my first day of work last night. The way my sleep schedule is set up, I'm in my 30s and I got kids, so I don't be up like I used to. So I was asleep last night, but I wanted to make a video with you all to, watch it for the first time. So everybody that's seen it, thank you for the emails, thank you for the text and the shouts out of how well we did. But this was unscripted. This was, lightly planned. We had an idea of where we would shoot some things and, some of the key concepts. But other than that, this is as natural as you're going to see. I haven't seen it yet. A lot of great feedback already. So let's check it out together right now. Check this out. Yup. It's your boy at Cass.
We're headed to Albion, Michigan to
This is on the way
Concepts. I'm going to clock in. I really want you to see what it's going to be like when you get this work. So on behalf of y'all, I'm going to go get this work, and hopefully I can get these nerves gone, all right? Pray for your boys, the MFG. I'll see y'all at Caster Concepts in a minute.
Okay, so y'all can see that this was not. I was really nervous. That was on the way there. They sent me car service. I was in Detroit. Albion, Michigan is hour and a half, almost 2 hours outside of there. So just to give you some context and some backstory, I was in Detroit keynoting 2 conferences and facilitating workshops for government officials, industry, people, workforce alliance boards, and stuff like that. So, my voice was shot. B, energy was gone because although they booked me in not them, but the people that I went to do the early stuff with booked me in a beautiful hotel. The air conditioner was out and it was tough to sleep. I already don't sleep well in hotels. So I got no sleep. I was going from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday and Tuesday. This is Wednesday, I believe, or Thursday, where I had 3 days just of nonstop, sunrise to sunset, working, talking, moving around, kissing babies, you know what I'm saying? And then I got to do this. So on the way there, not only am I nervous because I thought we were right on the outskirts of Detroit, so it would have been a mix of like, urban, suburban, type of situation. But this was out there. This was a pretty rural place. And I met some of the team, but I didn't know everybody there. And a lot of people say that they stand on certain ideals and missions and stuff like that. But it's not until you're actually in the shop that you can feel it. And you really know if they mean it or if that's just something cool that they like to put on a banner. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what I was walking to. I was super nervous. And this is real. This is real feelings. But I was excited. So as you can see, I brought one of my old work uniforms to be able to really get into this situation. I really wanted to work and really get back into the shop. If you've been following my journey, I came from the lowest position on the shop, manufacturing. A lot of people say they got it out the mud. I got it out of these chips and this coolant, man. I really climbed, scratch, clawed my way up. From the bottom of the shop and just cleaning and moving material around to the top of some of the biggest brands in American manufacturing and global manufacturing at that. So that's where I cut my teeth. Since then, I had been in roles, teaching head of department at the local technical college for 4 years, and then traveling and training people how to recruit and retain from underserved populations, how to recruit and retain from the next generation, how to build out equitable systems, working with the government and some of this big funding that you see coming down and helping people facilitate that. I am where I am, but I always like to get back to that. So I was excited to get back into the uniform, get back into the shop, and get my hands on some of these toys, some of these machines. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of these machines at the shows, and I always want to cut real stuff with it and get my hands in, but I'm not able to all the time. So this was an opportunity to do that. So I jumped head in. Shout out to them. Shout out to Amada. I've been looking at these dope machines for a long time, and I might get to get my hands on some stuff. So let's keep watching.
All right, y'all. I am nervous, but it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right out the
keep
parking
talking
lot.
about my nerves and calming them down. At this point, I just got to go. I'm on the beautiful campus here at Castor Concepts. It's an amazing day. They got the shop doors open, and I'm ready to start my career. We're going to start right here, but there's no telling where I can take this thing. There's so many opportunities in manufacturing, and especially in Castor Concepts.
Lexi,
We're
what
about to
up?
get it, baby. Let's go. So I'm thinking that, in this place right off the bat, that there's a lot of people in a lot of different positions. It's well lit. Lines are here. Kaizen, Kanban. This doesn't look like a shop that doesn't care about the people. We're going to figure out really what they're about. When I walk in, I also see this guy is really dope. But this board right here, this is what I'm shooting for. If you can see on this board, look at how many people have been here through the years and that are staying here.
So the board is crazy. They got a board out there with people's names on it, starting from first year in or under a year, all the way up to like 40 something years. And people are spread out, and people are not only spread out, they're concentrated, right? So you can tell when they bring in a big class or of new employees, they don't fall off. They stay. They're in chunks from year one all the way down. There's people up there on 40 plus, and the visualization of that just shows the mix of the young and the old. It shows the retention is good. It shows that they don't have a problem bringing people in or keeping them. So I'm thinking the culture's got to be amazing because of that. That's the first indication. Another indication is look how well lit it is in there. Look how clean it is in there. That's safety. That's Kaizen. That's Kanban. That's 6S. That's all of the different things that's going to help with efficiency, help with communication, help with flow of things moving through the shop. So I'm already looking at this place like, okay, it's something about y'all that as a workforce person I really like, and y'all might be drinking the same Kool-Aid that I got. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
up here, but I want to make it to here.
like
and in between that time, I want to shoot up and maybe take that guy's position.
Do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
Big Drew.
I know that I can do it because they believe that I can do it. They put everything in place to make sure
you see he's
that
on
their
the floor.
employees are going to be able to do it.
I'm there, like,
and I'm excited. I'm ready to go. And let's get it.
Like I was saying, the young people can see that board too.
Hey, Drew, welcome to your first day.
Thank you.
We're excited to get you going today. We're going to show you a lot of different processes.
They can map out where they want to go.
A lot of interesting people. You're going to meet people who've been here for 20 years, who have started at an entry level, at an assembly position, who worked their way to management positions, who work their way into sales positions. So it's going to be a great day. What do you?
That was a story that I consistently heard. So this wasn't stuff that like we were only filming when the ownership was out there. Like when they were not around or they weren't in scenes or I was just walking and talking to the people, I would pull them to the side and I would always say like, how'd you get into this, right? Not necessarily this job or this company, but like this position or this industry. And a lot of them either said that they started off as something else and they saw something in the shop that they liked or they wanted to learn and they just asked. That's something that kept blowing my mind. The Dobbins family, the upper management, they have a board. They have an industry like employee board that they get to, I think it's once a month or bi-weekly. They have to be accountable to the employees so the employees can bring up things. They also can always have like a meeting with the ownership. I'm like, how did you get to move from that department to that department? Or how did you get off of that machine? Or how did you say this machine isn't helping me? We need a robotic machine or whatever it may be. And they were like, I just asked. And I was like, ask who? Your foreman? Your manager? No, I just asked the ownership. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen that normal where a CNC operator, so to speak, or an assembly person can get the attention in the form of the owners and say, this is what I want to do. Can you help me get there? And then I asked the owners separately, like, where did you, like, why are you doing this? A lot of people don't even listen to the shop. If they do listen to the shop, there's only a few delegates in the shop that they will listen to. And, that's a yes man or whatever it may be. Or they'll just let it go in one ear and not the other. But, the Dobbins were like, hey, we've got nothing else to lose. Either we try it and it does work out and the employee is more empowered and they do their job better, or we tried it and it doesn't work out, but we figured out that it doesn't work and we're still, making the things the same way. But we have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And that mindset is amazing. Which also, watch the conversation that we're about to have. I haven't seen this, obviously, but I know what we're about to talk about. But he asked me, what do I want to do? Where do I see myself? And I know that this isn't a question that he just asked me because as referenced by what I just talked about and everything that you see on this board, they really will listen to what you want and then they will look within their resources and what they can do and they will build out the plan and help you get there. That's American manufacturing. That's an employer that people are lining up to work for. And obviously, as you see by the board, staying for a long time. Let's get back into it.
Expect to get out of the company.
You know what? That's exactly what I'm looking for this position. I want a position where I can have the skills that I have now, get me in the door, and I want to taste a little bit of everything. I want to see what I like and what I'll be good at. And then hopefully you all can give me a pathway to get there. I heard that's what you guys are known for.
That's what we're known for. You're going to see everything from laser cutting to polyurethane processing to powder coating to drive casters today.
What about CNC machines?
You're going to see CNC machines
too. The machine has got it. I got to know.
Let's go. They've got it all. I can touch it all. I'm looking forward to showing you guys me getting my hands on. Thank you, man. Let's go. How about your office?
My office? It's just a square in the corner.
I just want to sit in the chair.
You can sit in the chair.
Yo, I've literally been here for 5 minutes. I walked in the door. I got to meet the upper management. They came and met me. They even asked me what I want to do, tell me that they're going to help me do it. And they got donuts. Come on, man.
And they were fire. So, a lot of people talk about, they put out raises and bonuses into pizza parties. which I agree, don't do that. But if there's a morale booster in the morning, you know what I'm saying? There's donuts. You know, a lot of times machinists are just people who got morning jobs, especially with kids. You don't have time to grab anything. And if the fact that that's there for you and they thought about that, that gives you another, you know, boost. It's like, okay, there's gonna be donuts there, or you walk into some donuts like, it's easy to work on a belly full of pink sprinkled donuts that are bomb. It's crazy. It's fire. Um, by the way, and it's easier to work like that than to have a rumbling stomach and thinking about lunchtime, or eating your lunch at the machine, and then at lunchtime being hungry again. You know what I'm saying?
Machines, press some buttons. Let's get it in. I'm gonna make some of these catches. I'm excited. Always seen the lasers, but they kept me on the CNC side. What this company has let me get a little taste of all of it. So we got our part loaded. We've got our image going. We know where our Z set is. And we about to get it in. So works it.
Now, I'll also say this.
Make it go.
There's a lot of companies in manufacturing that have the issue of older, skilled, legacy knowledge workers, and then new people coming in, and the transfer of that knowledge is sometimes lacking. And the reason being is most young people are seen as being technically savvy. Most older people in the shops aren't necessarily technically savvy, but their technical skills are insane, and it's things that they know from experience and hands-on, and past ways of teaching that we don't do anymore, that gives the older people a set of knowledge, or base of knowledge that is invaluable, and they understand their value there. And sometimes they see some of the younger people as a job threat because we're more highly technically advanced. So when you have their hands-on skills and you're trying to translate that into tech talk or a machine that can do those things, the older people are usually guarded with that information. They don't want to teach you a bunch of stuff. And in this instance, even though you don't see this man on camera, dude was so smart and passionate and willing to share with me that I was good to run the machine. He wasn't as apt to get on camera, and that's understandable. But shout out to them. That goes back into that culture. People have the culture of teaching everything that they can to that next generation, but also holding them accountable to, you know, do the processes and things right. And once they get them right, they're open to the open communication. Hey, what do you know, or what tech do you have that can make what you learned and what we're doing even better? And that is a beautiful thing. And it's not just at that laser cutter machine, it's all around, right? So you'll see later, I went to go, you know, pour the wheels, and the guys were the same way. Hey, I came up because I had a great teacher, and now I'm running this department, and I run a department the way that my teacher taught me to run the department. And that's why these young guys are flourishing. You'll see it in a second.
The sparks are flying. We're cutting chips. We're melting chips. So we making money. Let's go.
If you ain't cutting chips, you ain't making money.
And then we can put one in the garage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hit the laser, I hit the brake press, and now we're welding. And again, this is all in-house. So if we got a part of the process that's hold up, we can do something else. We can communicate these things.
Quick shout out to all of the veterans out there. This helmet, this welding helmet, I was blessed and honored to put this on. Welders do not let people borrow their stuff, number one. No machinists really don't go in their box. Nobody in manufacturing. This is sacred stuff right here. This gentleman was a vet, and I felt honored to be able to wear the welding helmet of a serviceman, of somebody that worked hard to protect our country, and, you know, gave that ultimate sacrifice of maybe not coming home to see their family and their kids so that we could be comfortable and safe with our family and our kids. So I just wanted to point that out. Shout out to them. Shout out to letting me wear that. I wanted, you know, the people to see that, and that was my way of paying homage not only to the skill and our armed forces, but that gentleman for serving.
Across the floor, but we don't have no problems. We're smooth. We're about to make it happen. Let's get ready to roll.
Perfect.
Smooth.
So you've seen it. You hit the start button on the laser. You've seen it form. Now you're taking the parts that you just cut and you just formed, and we're going to get them welded.
Fantastic. So what is this part called?
So that would be a caster leg.
Okay, so our caster leg is going to get welded to.
Yep, so our caster leg is going to get welded to our leg platform.
Okay, yep.
We've already welded to our swivel section.
Yep.
Here.
So we're coming together. Right, we got the pieces. We're coming together.
So this is another.
It already looks pretty.
All of their fixtures are custom. They're made in house for maximum effectiveness and efficiency. Swapping things out, getting that stuff together. But if you see, all of their processes are happening in house. Everything from the original cutting of the original pieces in the frame to pouring the wheels to paint even. So this is a competitive advantage, but it also helps you keep quality in house. Typically, manufacturers will make one part of this or like the base part, and then they'll send it out to get the other things done. So the heat treating will happen in one place, and it'll come back and it'll get, tuned back in because heat makes things expand. So some of those dimensions go out. And then after you bring it back in, you'll send it back out to get painted once all of those things are done. And maybe you order the polyurethane wheels and then you assemble everything at the end. And that's leaving a lot of room for error. So, you try to find the best vendors that can do those external operations for you, but things happen. There could be quality issues over there. There could be logistics issues that hold up the process. And then at the back end, you can't guarantee to your customer that you'll get that part out the door for them to be able to do their thing and keep making money themselves, because you could be held up by somebody else externally, right? Also, their inspection processes inspection processes might not be as good as yours, right? Or their capabilities might not be as good as yours, or they might have had somebody that was asleep at work that day, right? So you could get some stuff back that's out of tolerance, and then you have to fix that, further delaying the process or even the quality of what you're getting. The thing I love here is the Dobyns have a guarantee of when you're going to get your casters, either if they're, some off-the-shelf casters or they're customized, which they do all the time. Custom solutions will come just as quick as something off the shelf for you, and it's amazing. The other thing is their quality. They can guarantee quality because if there is anything in this process that will hold something up, they can troubleshoot. They can plan for that right there. They can communicate right there inside of the plant, and they can say, hey, we had a little problem with this dimension. And then when it gets over to welding, they already have a plan in place to solve that and not have to risk quality or on-time delivery. This is American made. This is American manufacturing right here. People take notes.
Pretty dope, but now it's about to look like a caster concept casting, baby. I travel and the youth, they see my gold teeth, they see my braids, and they see like the culture, and that's how I get their eyes on what we do. And would you take a picture with this on before we leave?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. So you got to hear on camera, we're gonna do this. I know what you see behind me. Robots, automation, speed. Listen. Who doesn't want to work with a robot? Nobody. Right. This is amazing. And guess what else it can do? Stuff way better than I can do it with my hand, way faster, way more precise. And that means I got a whole lot more job security because I know what's coming up in here is going to be exactly what it says it's going to be. And guess what else? No sparks flying on me. I don't have to worry about that. I get to keep all of my gray hair, and all these parts are going to come out the same way every time. And again, did I mention
robotic welding, man? Definitely great for repeatability, for safety. This is next level.
This big 3D printer on steroids, customized. It's way more cool than that. Way more, It's deeper than that, but
complicated. I was looking for the word, man. I was super tired.
These wheels are going to be the best wheels that some customer is probably not going to get, but the best wheels that came through here on my first day because Timmy is going to get me together. Ain't that right?
And they were dope. So they're definitely a customer is rocking some one-of-one Drew Crowe casters right now.
Right.
But this is so they built this. This is like it's like a 3D printer where they've got like filament and
come on, man.
you bring it across, you put it in the mold. Goes into this oven right here. Everything's precise and it's super tuned in from years and years and years of working with it. It comes out on this other side.
You ready for this?
And look at the OG. Look at OG divers. You see the one in his hand. He showed me first. He gets it in. He knows his technique was way smoother than mine. You see, it took me 2 shots.
He made it look as easy as I did.
I had a good coach, you know what I'm saying?
No, he blew me out the water.
We're going to put this one in the trophy case, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at all those heroes that are teaching me, showing me. These are the people that make me go
right when you get to it, stop and just make sure everything's even before you go.
Concentrate. So now I'm now. So I'm putting it together. All the pieces that I made today, I'm turning it into this last part.
Good.
Okay, I heard what it said.
The final product.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
My boy Travis been there for a while, worked his way up. That was at the same passion.
I was like, man, I'm gonna push this thing through. Even though he said I can't, I'm gonna be the one that does.
You can
on camera.
I promise you wouldn't have been able to.
My man,
you would have got it. I wouldn't have let you fail here.
Would not have let me
not
fail.
on camera
when I
either.
say he means that,
we're here for
he means
success.
it.
Make me look like a G.
Come on, man.
This is like grown man arts and crafts for the gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Big boy arts and crafts.
How long was your progression from your entry to where you are now?
So I started kind of a little bit everywhere. I mean, I swept floors, I ran the blaster, I worked on reaction, and then I just kept working my way up.
And then how did you stick here?
I think it really boils down to I had a drive and a passion.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I want my family to succeed. Mm-hmm. I want to succeed. I want the business to succeed. Mm-hmm. If I can hit all those, you can go anywhere but up.
Yeah, no.
Dog. Dude, hey, listen. You know, I go around, you hear my story all the time, and there's real transformational power in careers in manufacturing, but don't take it from me. Take it from my dog. Like he's telling you right here, like he came in at the low position, just like me. He got a taste of everything and then saw where he could make the most impact. And it was about putting your head down, being driven, and having a standard. And basically everybody that I talk to in here, they own their processes. Like these are like all different companies inside one company with people who all take ownership of what they do. And then that standard resonates through everywhere. So it's like, if I'm the welder, I'm going to weld the hell out of this piece because I know it's going to go eventually to Polly or end up with Tyler, and Tyler's not playing. Nobody over there is playing. So if I'm not bringing my A game, that's what they're expecting, and that's their standard. They're bringing their A game. So I'm going to hear about it, right? So I don't want to let Tyler down. Tyler don't want to let me down. We all don't want to let our individual selves and families down, and then we don't want to let the company down. So we're going to make the best things that we can, and we're going to put all of ourselves into this, and they're rewarding them for it. You seen the title, superintendent, bro?
Straight up.
So as much blood, sweat, and tears as it may take, it's working in the end.
100%, and you're still here. And it seems like, you know, out of all of the things that you named, this one is a pretty long process, and you got to be pretty, you know, careful in what you're doing. Did you see that responsibility and say, I'm going to do that because of that challenge? Because respect to anybody else out here, but to make these, they press the button. You know what I'm saying? So there's other things that you could have stayed in. Why was this area of the shop the one that called you? And this is where you like really like the fact that how you're moving these, and you know this shit. You know, I haven't seen you much of, like anything else, but the way that you're explaining it, so it's easy for me. You can tell that you really, really know this.
So this takes a lot more paying attention into detail for the final operation. We're the last one to put our hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things
is
teaching people.
The spacing
I like showing
everything.
Okay.
Well, if I don't know it all the way, I
can't show it. Yeah.
So it's important to me that I know everything and I can teach it to somebody. It's not about job security. It's about who can I teach so they can grow.
And
that's the culture.
Just like
it's not just they don't
and if I've done that, I'm succeeding.
Yes. Yep. And you're building that culture of you taught me this way. Now that's the only way I know how to teach the next guy when I'm in your position. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. So let's slap these casters and these. Let's get it. What do you call that move right there? I like that. I like that. Love it.
Pop that wheel in there.
There you have it. Let's go, man. No, thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you. It was a pleasure seeing your passion, dude. This is the shit, man. Keep it up, man. Here's to your next 11.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I so much. I'm sorry, mama.
Drive right. You can rotate in place.
Now this is even. Come on, I'm gonna let the video talk.
You can do any combination of that, so I can leave it twisted.
That's gotta be
start going sideways.
Ton or two.
Start catching up here.
Couple thousand pounds. Sliding.
What's the capacity on this?
So each of our drive units on this one is 5,000 pounds. The cart is only made for about 8,000 because that's all we have for test weight. But it's scalable.
8,000 pounds.
Right.
You just stack more pods on, design a different cart frame. You go up from there.
Easy to customize for your own needs. They shouldn't have handed me that.
Okay.
But I was still so scared to break it.
I don't want to all the way be a kid. I was going to say, can I stand on here while I'm driving it? That would be crazy. So when do these drop? When can I get one for my garage?
Right now.
They're ready? So somebody can order these right now?
Yeah. So we started building these in 2018, and then we just got our patent awarded this January.
Wow. And I think
they're
about
not in your shop.
Right?
You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
People that are older, working longer. Yeah. And if I can't lift 50 pounds or bring more women into the workplace, right? If you can't lift whatever it is, and this metal and stuff, here, go take this.
So many more people can do so many more things with the assistance of it.
Okay. So this product really started through our involvement in First Robotics.
Okay. All right.
So
do you hear that?
This is why you do those. This is why you go into the schools early, because things like this come out. I'm so sorry, but that fires me up.
So we have a STEM education center in downtown Albion.
Yeah, I got to get there.
So this is where Tyler, who works for us.
Did you come out of there?
Devin.
Come on. Look at my face.
These guys started and have been through the education.
It's like the incubator, man.
They were part of First Robotics.
Yeah.
So some of their first projects were building at that time called the Swerve Drive. And it was literally, you want to talk about R&D, you want to talk about entrepreneurship.
I'm going to let Dobbin say it.
First set of Swerve Drives were mounted to a cart on the floor with a racing seat on it. And that's what it was. And then we've taken that through all these guys and their talent and have made an industrial product.
First Robotics. That's
insane. And this is proof. Can we get you all on camera too? Can I show the team that went involved in this?
Areas in the hood, in these places that don't have a lot of opportunity, let them have a platform to get their ideas out and look what it can do for you, bro.
Come on closer, y'all. Get in this shot.
These are the guys that build it right here.
I'm Drew, man. Pleasure to meet you.
Look,
I'm Drew. Pleasure.
Look at the youth. Look at the diversity.
Look at this right here.
Come on, dog.
Look at these gentlemen right here.
We just need a couple
ladies. This is what the future of manufacturing looks like. When you give kids a chance, when you empower kids, they become adults that are empowered to do what they want, use their creativity to make new things that are going to help the rest of our industry. But we keep hearing manufacturers say, kids, we don't want jobs. Nobody wants to work. Well, they're working, they're building, they're innovating. You just have to give them a chance. They do want to work. They're diverse, they're sharing, they're building. And he let them do this, and this is the outcome of it. This is our future. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Keep on doing stuff like this, and then keep being visible, because there's going to be a kid that sees this, and they see y'all, and they're like, damn, I can do that too. And we got to change the minds and the perception. So thank y'all. And thank you for this. We're out of here. Let's go. Oh.
We couldn't fit it on the plane.
So you've seen a lot of caster stuff today. But part of what we do is we do a lot of outside work through here as well.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, we can use laser resources, powder coat resources to do a lot of different things.
Wow.
My back and
you
my
know, so we have an outside customer base for powder coating as well.
And this is almost like its own separate company almost.
Yeah, so what you've seen today
is five different companies. Circling back, so when you said it in the beginning, you talked about the spirit of everybody in here being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And in my head at the time, I'm like, do you hear what you're saying? You're about to turn all these people into your competition, but that's not what it is.
Yeah.
You're instilling in them the qualities that allow them to be the entrepreneur over their process, and they can control what they do in their business and be the expert. Come on, man. I asked all of them because I've been in the situations where I want to try something else out, but I'm scared that I ask you, you're going to fire me because you think that I'm not in it because I don't want to be at this machine.
You don't provide it. You know they're going to go someplace else and find it.
Yep.
So part of
retention
our
secrets.
Job, our job is, at the end of the day, our job is to sell and manufacture casters. So part of our job is to manufacture people.
Yes. Hey, can we get a mic drop for that? Gee, I'll tell you this. My day here has been nothing short of amazing. I've seen every single piece of this. Not even every single.
Not even every.
I've seen a lot of things, and I haven't even seen the half of it yet. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope that people that are buying casters, all of my industry friends, see the quality that's going not only into the caster that you're going to get, but the process that made it and the people that put into that process. And I hope you also see that this is not by luck. This is something that is in the mission statement. This is something that they live by. Casters doing it the right way. This is why Made in America is important. This is why American manufacturing is important. And this is why we have to connect great opportunities with people that need them and empower them along the way to get to where they need to go. Thank you again. Thank you. Absolutely. And I know that this is a one-day opportunity, but the door is open for me, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, man, I will be back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. At the end of the day, our job is to manufacture greatness within our people, within our customers, and within our community.
Come on, man.
That's what we do here.
And you are doing a great job at it. You're setting the standard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they didn't.
Now we got to I'm about to change.
I'm about to say.
Ready?
My boy got iced out. They better show it.
Let's get it.
Heavy chain. It's real. You know.
Okay, I might need a step stool.
My dog. It's the culture.
All right.
Look at him. He look good on it too. Come on, my dude.
He's officially inducted
Big Dobbins
into MFG gang. Let's go.
All right. MFG gang, MFG fam, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you to the Diamonds, Caster Concepts, Brick Street Media, everybody that was a part of making this thing happen. And you know, if you were a manufacturer, hopefully you took notes and you see why these things are important. They are running a master class, and because of that, they're running laps around the rest of the industry and definitely in their niche. If you are a company in need of material mobilization or whatever it may be, Caster Concepts, you see why they're the best. They are the best. Shop with them. If you're a young person that says, yo, I don't know what I want to do, that manufacturing thing looks pretty cool, this is the standard of the shop that you need to be looking for. Someone that's going to empower you, someone that's going to get behind you, someone that's going to train you, someone that's going to give you opportunity to move around and ask for new things and ask to be challenged, and set a standard, man, and push you. So to everybody, all my MFG fam, thanks for hanging with me. I hope you loved it. And watch it again. Share it with your people. This is what American manufacturing is about. Welcome to the Renaissance.